Hey there, hi there, ho there, guys. I'm gonna be so real right now. Just off rip at the top. Want to get it out of the way. I am coming down with a little bit of sickness, so if you hear me sniffling a lot, I'm sorry. If you hear me coughing a lot, I'm sorry. Kind of uncontrollable, especially whenever I start talking. But I want to start talking about one, Call of Duty, and two, Call of Duty supply drops and gambling. Over the years, many people have done so much glazing of Call of Duty and their old haptics and their old styles of running the games, and it's always this Call of Duty mindset where like the one that's out now is the worst one ever to exist, and then last year's becomes the best one ever, and the year before becomes all right. And then the one before that was the best one of all time that's ever existed ever, and we should go back to just that every single time without fail. Um, and they're doing it again. As you know, here in 2025, gambling is on a rise, which is fine. I don't really care. It's a little annoying seeing all the ads for it, but like ultimately at the end of the day, you're probably a grown ass man, so you can decide to gamble if you want to. I gamble here and there. Don't get me wrong. But gambling was terrible. Specifically, the supply drop system was terrible. Especially Advanced Warfare's supply drop system. It was so rigged, it's not even funny. Like it felt like you never got elites. Back in the day, the yellows were called elites. They weren't called legendaries. And in Advanced Warfare specifically, there was variants of guns that specifically were game breaking, that were edited for their stats. Don't go back to that, bro. The battle pass system is kind of running its course, not gonna lie to you. But the supply drop system is not as good as y'all remember, Chief. I promise you. I promise you. Was it satisfying pulling that? Yes. But that's because gambling is addictive, bro. It gives you the same signal as like cocaine and fucking sex and shit, dude. Like yeah, it feels great, but it's a slippery slope, my friend, especially for the way some of y'all be paying for these skins on these games. Me personally, I kind of like the way Fortnite does it, where there's a battle pass and then there's like specific shit that you can buy and you can buy everything individually. Seems as good as it needs to be. If I want something, I want to be able to buy it. I don't want to have to gamble and buy fucking 30 supply drops just to get something and get a slight chance I get it. With that being said, don't bring back supply drops, please. I'm sorry, bro. I know that sniffle was bad. That one sounded like it was gross. But today we've got some big updates to MP coming out of the Black Ops 7 beta in our latest dev talk. Says Treyarch, I'm not going to watch the video, at least not here on the video with you guys. It's a slippery slope for me. I don't know how to figure all that shit out. So what they announced, ADS and dexterity changes. So from what I saw, you don't have to have the perk anymore to ADS while you're sliding, jumping, all that jazz. It's just going to be there. And then if you want to take the dexterity perk, you can, increase those things further to feel even better. But the maximum speed has been bumped up so you can, it feels better. Next, aim assist adjustments. If I'm not mistaken, I think I saw that they said something about close combat. 9 times out of 10, the controller aim assist is going to win. It's gonna be a skill gap thing. Like if you're better than the other player, then you're obviously gonna beat them 9 times out of 10. But if they're using a controller, they're gonna have a slight advantage on you. If you're using a mouse and keyboard, it's gonna be more of a long range game. The long range players will be better, or I guess the long range gunfights will be better on mouse and keyboard, right? Louder footsteps. That one's self-explanatory. They increase the audio for footsteps because, let's be real, with all the shit that was going on in the beta for like what you could hear, it felt like you could damn near not hear any footsteps at all. At least me personally, I couldn't, especially considering a bunch of people are like jumping around and stuff. And like that's fine. Not the hugest fan of it, but like that's fine. I'm not gonna lose my mind over people double jumping and shit. I liked Advanced Warfare. I liked Black Ops 3. They weren't like my all-time favorites. Okay, maybe Advanced Warfare low-key was. But, it's run its course, but we don't need that shit back here. But I guess the wall jumping people seem to like. New slide tuning. I don't know what they did to the new slide tuning, but it seems like they've tuned the slide a little bit. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a little bit quicker. I don't know if it's like you enter it like faster or whatever, but it's going to be better. It's going to feel better. A lot of people are saying that these are overall positive changes, so I'm assuming that it's going to be faster for you. New distribution updates, perk distribution updates. Okay, they did run through like some of the perks and everything, and they look good. They do look good. I can't even lie about that. And they added some new perk combinations, as you know, like in the Black Ops 6 game, you can like use 3 of one color and you get like a specialization. In this one, you can combine different perk sets to make unique specializations, right? Excuse me. I'm so sorry, guys. And then faster mantling speed. The mantling in this game felt atrocious. I can't even lie to you. The movement in this game, it was all right. At first, it wasn't so good because like the dead zones on the controllers and shit. But like that's just like a personal thing. Like I totally forgot that was a thing in these games, especially in these more modern games. But it is what it is, you know. People are gonna get around it and all that jazz. I'm gonna look more into it just to see like how it actually is and everything. But obviously, we're like 3 weeks out, man. We're going to get our hands on it pretty soon. That's the main reason why I don't really want to watch the dev talk, because I don't want all the details spoiled for me immediately. I'll just go off of what they say with these like punchlines. You can find this on Treyarch's Twitter page, by the way. They have like the dev talk. It's like 4.5 minutes, and they have like the lists of things that they're changing. The overall thing that I want to talk about, though, is that they're listening. Now, take it with a grain of salt because this happens every other year. Competition comes in and they start listening and they start giving us what we want, and then they backtrack on all the shit that they've told us in the years prior. You know, 2 years ago, skill-based matchmaking brought more players. Now, they can fully take away skill-based matchmaking because there's actual competition on the block. You know, shit like that. You know, they're trying to please the audience so that way we come and play this game. Am I going to play Black Ops 7? Yeah, I like zombies. I'm going to be so real. I like zombies. I like what they're doing with the Cursed Edition or Cursed mode or whatever. I wish they would bring back carry forward. I am one of those guys that likes the carry forward shit. I like keeping all those guns in the game. I like a lot of guns, especially whenever they add extra camos to them. With Modern Warfare 3, they added extra zombies camos to the Modern Warfare 2 guns. If they could add another set of mastery camos to double mastery camo like these guns, I'd be all over that shit. Plus, I just want to use a PPSH inside this new zombies mode. But that's just me. Overall, positive things. I'm glad that they're doing this for us because it does show that they are listening and, you know, giving us things that we've been asking for a while. My only concern is how long. You know, how long are they going to do this? Are they going to wait until Battlefield 6's player basis drops a little bit and then they realize that it's not as big of a competition as they thought it was? Or are they going to keep this up and, you know, Battlefield 6 is going to actually give them a run for their money this year and they're going to keep improving? Now, the overall, just take a step back, largest question that's at hand here, is this going to continue next year? And I unfortunately have to say I don't think so. It never does, especially whenever it's an Infinity Ward game. And if I'm not mistaken, Infinity Ward is the next publisher up for Modern Warfare 4. And Infinity Ward is notorious for not giving a fuck about anything the player basis has to say. They always come in, they jank everything up, and they do it the way that they want to do it. And I really hope that if they do that this time, they get their comeuppance and it's the worst selling Call of Duty of all time. Does worse than like Black Ops 4 or something, or Vanguard. I think it was Vanguard was actually the worst, but who knows? Anywho, drop your thoughts down below. Drop a like on the video. Drop a comment if you can. I try to reply to each and every one of those every single day. I'm going on vacation this weekend, so some of the videos that you'll be seeing this weekend are going to be previously rendered and everything and previously made. I'm probably planning about making them like Thursday-ish. So if shit happens over the weekend, I'll give small updates over on my Twitter and Instagram. You guys can find those. Honestly, it's the same thing as my YouTube. There might just be an underscore in between the words, or there's not an underscore at all. One or the other. My Twitter doesn't have an underscore. It's the same. It's put together, but it is what it is. Anywho, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.